So let's talk about the people involved in all of this, David, the participant couples who've engaged with the project,
Mm.
and how have we needed to adapt our practice for working with family carers and their loved ones who are living with dementia, and what have been the particular challenges that we've needed to understand and address from your point of view?
I think actually there's I think this is one of the real hallmarks of Good Company and Symphonia Viva and Age Exchange and Green Candle. And I actually might turn it around and say our practice has been adapted by the people we've worked with
Yeah.
because they are they are all unique, they are all different, they're all at different stages of their journey, have different backgrounds and so on. And the way that the musicians and AE and Green Cat, the way that they've honed in on individuals, on couples, and fed back. And this is what Steph and David, this is their background. This is the music she loves. This is where she is in her dementia journey. And I mean, one of the things I can't unsee from Good Company, and it's one of the things I use to explain it to people quite a lot. Actually, is totally down to an image I have of Dave, your amazing double bassist, who just said, "I think I should be beside Steph." And Steph has, as you know, young onset dementia. She's advanced, but a natural rhythm, a natural love of music. I mean, in the reminiscence work we did, she talked a lot about, and David, her husband, talked a lot about always having soundtracks for life. Every journey they went on had a soundtrack, everything they did had a CD or a soundtrack or, whatever. That it was her ability to tell her story is obviously going, but to dance her story and to sing her story and to but it was just the way that Dave went. He took his double bass, he took it next to her, he got his double bass as close to her as he could get it and played, and she leant into it like it was a person. And that for me is one of the defining images I have of Good Company, I think.
The couples that joined were understandably apprehensive about what they were letting themselves in for. Come along and work with dance artists, with professional orchestral musicians, reminiscence theatre artists,
And being in a theatre.
and
I mean,
being in a theatre. I mean,
we chose a theatre as opposed to put it in a care home or a village hall, didn't we? And
and I think it's testament to Alzheimer's Society again in terms of helping to convince people that this
yes,
would be a fun thing to do. This would be, something that they would enjoy rather than, suddenly needing to learn how to play an instrument or or or,
absolutely.
or dance, in a way that they may never have done before. So there was that kind of barrier to get over, I suppose, just making people feel safe and confident about turning up at all. But we did see
Yeah.
quite a development amongst people over the course of
Mm.
the 8-week block. So we've seen many positive outcomes, haven't we, David, over a year of good company at Brentwood Theatre? What are the things that stand out for you, and what do you look back on most fondly?
I think it's particularly carers coming up and saying this has this has been so important to us as a couple at this point in our lives. I mean, I'm particularly thinking of David and Hilary, and David just coming up and hugging us as an arts team and just saying, do you realize how incredibly important this is to me and to, how I see her? I can see her again for the
So David
person
being the
she,
carer
yes,
of
of
Hillary.
Hilary. I can see her again for the person she is.
And I mean, of course, there was a serious side to all of this
Oh,
work in terms of trying to support people at a really challenging times of their lives, trying to give respite to carers, and trying to support their relationship, which comes under strain when you're kind of living together and it's hard to connect with society. But there was an awful lot of joy in good company, wasn't there? An awful lot of fun, as you say, people doing things they never thought they'd do, making a fool of themselves, having a great deal of joy.
the team has been amazing at establishing relationships of trust because it's such a genuine team. the moment people have walked into the theatre, they have known that they were safe, that they were at home. They have known that they will not, you know, as we've said to them, this is a place where there are no mistakes. You know, they have known that. And I think that those foundations, the foundations of trust and empathy and humor and, you know, all of that have made all of that possible.